Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Fabulous. We've got Valentine's Day coming up this week. I'm excited for that. And
Yeah.
I've got a special guest coming up later in the program. It's a guy that you know really well. It's your dad.
I do know him very well.
Talk to him every week. It's Tuesdays with Charlie. I always love chatting with Charlie. Got some fun stuff for him today.
Good.
So looking forward to chatting with him. Got a good quote here, too, from Katharine Hepburn. She says, if you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun.
That is true.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to just have fun, but you want to be respectful of other people too. If your fun impedes them, living their life, that's not. No, you want to be respectful.
You don't want to harm anybody.
No, don't
but
harm people.
Don't worry about what other people
But
think.
no, it doesn't matter what they think. But if you're doing things specifically to upset people, that's not good. So either don't listen to her. You got that? Okay. Got a lot of fun stuff to get to. We'll do that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
There are monthly subscriptions for razors and coffee and many other things, but this is the best monthly subscription ever. Ladies, listen up. Odiva has a monthly subscription for your monthly visitor. You know it's going to happen every month, and how many times have you been caught off guard? Odiva will send you a box discreetly each month with the products you want, with plans starting at less than $4 a month. Get a special offer right now at radiosavings.com, helping women prepare for their monthly visitor for less. Try it now at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, February the 13th. Is that like a unlucky day? Tuesday the 13th?
I don't believe so.
I think it only happens when it's on Friday. Well, today is National Tortellini Day. So for those of you tortellini fans, today is the day
Our
to try
son
the tortellinis.
loves tortellini.
Have I ever had
I am
tortellini?
not a fan of tortellini.
What is tortellini?
It's
like
stuffed with... Ugh.
Oh.
It's
You
like
sure?
ravioli. I don't like ravioli
All right.
either.
I bet I would like it. Safer Internet Day is the second Tuesday in February. That happens to be today. And Fat Tuesday is today. So today's my day. Oh, that has to do with Mardi Gras. Okay. Different Fat Tuesday. Tomorrow, by the way, is Valentine's Day. If you haven't already made plans, make sure you do something, guys. And if you've got a sweetheart in your life and you said, hey, what do you want to do? And she's like, it's not a big deal. We don't need to do anything. Do something anyway. That's a test.
And surprise her.
It's a test, even if it's something simple. We're going to give you some more ideas for that later in the program. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Sadly, more than 350 million people suffer from depression. Scientifically, your actual brain chemistry levels are affected. Now, a breakthrough safe and natural non-prescription coffee product has been shown to help. It elevates levels of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins in the brain, which make you happier just by drinking this special cup of coffee. Many report elevated mood, feeling more connected, having greater energy, clarity, and focus. Try it for yourself at firstcupisfree.com. Get a free sample at firstcupisfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs, but first, sad news. Nick and Drew Lachey closed their Cincinnati bar less than 2 months after the manager was shot there. That happened Thanksgiving morning. That's really sad. Really sad. So they're closed now. So the reason I put that here is I always try to put some sort of story here that has to do with alcohol or drugs that doesn't quite fit in our brain on drugs. But since we're promoting Brain on Drugs is coming up, it's a good place to put that kind of story. Yeah. So we've got that on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your Brain on Drugs. Canadian Police Constable Vito Dominelli and Jamie Young apparently came across some marijuana edibles and allegedly called for backup on themselves. Police sources say the two officers consumed marijuana edibles while on duty. Investigators believe the officers could have taken the edibles as evidence as part of an earlier dispensary raid. One of the constables called for assistance when he felt he was going to pass out. Police say the other officer was later found in a tree. Okay.
That is such a bad
It
idea.
is. One of the responding officers from a neighboring division slipped on ice upon arrival and sustained a concussion from the fall.
Holy cow.
Both of these constables were placed on paid suspension while the department investigates the incident.
This
Paid?
sounds like a Three Stooges
It does.
episode.
Why I oughta. You numbskulls. Anyway, that happened. I don't know where. It just says it was Canadian constables, so somewhere in Canada. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Celebrity Big Brother. I did not watch this last week. Did you watch any of that?
I don't watch those kinds of
Well,
shows. You know that.
It's regular Big Brother with celebrities, and I'm doing air quotes here, because I don't know if you really call these people celebrities, but Omarosa was on there. She's somehow famous.
Yes.
Sugar Ray's Mark McGrath was on there. Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie.
I don't know any of these
Keisha
people.
Knight Pulliam from The Cosby Show.
Oh, I remember her.
Broadway and Dancing with the Star alum Marissa Jarrett Winkler. Winocor, I don't know. Almost Miss Universe, she was like the runner-up. Adriana Gutierrez, and former Tonight Show intern Ross Matthew. Former MMA star as well, Chuck Liddell. Meta World Peace, formerly Ron Arrest. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
who any of
Real
these people
Housewives
are.
Brandy Glanville. So when you have to Google who these people are, can we really
They're
call
really
this
not
celebrity?
celebrities.
It's not celebrity, Big Brother. It's, hey, these are people that are kind of a little bit more
That have
well-known
nothing else to do
than
so
anyone
they're
else.
taking part in a Big Brother,
Big Brother.
show.
But I'm not probably going to watch that. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
You can have a debt-free education. I know that sounds crazy, but let me save you time, energy, and most importantly, your hard-earned money. My name is Matthew Einstone, and I learned to go through my undergraduate and graduate degree without student loans. Not only am I a living example, but I have 10 years of proven results, not guesswork. So take my first course for free that walks you through my journey and what you can do starting today by going to learnwithoutloans.com. That's learnwithoutloans.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by Wink Frozen Desserts, online at radiosavings.com. Now we got this. Miley Ray Cyrus. Or is it just Miley Cyrus? What do you call her?
I think it's just Miley.
Miley
now.
Cyrus? Okay. She's reportedly selling another home in California. It's her horse ranch. $5.5 million. This is her third house in California that she has sold. So I wonder if she's making money on each of these or if she's losing money on them.
I don't know. I know that she just bought one, though, back in Tennessee where she's from. So
Yeah.
maybe she's just trying to get
That
closer
could
to her roots.
That certainly could be. As we get closer to the unofficial day of romance, that's coming up tomorrow, by the way, it's Valentine's Day. A law firm in Arkansas is making people mad. They're giving you the chance to split up. Wilson and Halbert PLLC in North Little Rock, Arkansas, are giving married couples in their area, so sorry folks, it's just there, the chance to wish one another luck on their future endeavors. They said on their social media, in honor of Valentine's Day, we're giving one lucky winner a free divorce.
Wow.
Says, if
How
you're ready to
sad
call
is
it quits,
that?
do you know someone that is? Here's how you enter our Valentine's Day divorce giveaway.
That is so sad. How would you like to
I know.
be married to
That would be
somebody
awful.
and then see your husband's name on the list of people who entered
Yeah.
that didn't win?
Holy cow, I never thought of that.
Right?
Talk about losing big time. I wonder if they're going to publish all the people. I don't know how many people would sign up for it. You know, I'm going to see if I can track this down after Valentine's Day and ask him, how many people registered? Did you get a lot? Valued at $985. So that's how much they say a divorce would cost.
No way.
This must be a very amicable divorce. I'm pretty sure it costs more than that for many people. Hey, do sweaty men turn you on, Heidi?
Not even a little.
Well, this poll's wrong then. A poll, an office poll, says no, but scientists say, no, that's wrong. It's true. Researchers from the University of California, Berkeley, conducted a study, and they concluded a few whiffs of androstenedione. It's I'm pretty sure I nailed that. A pheromone found in male sweat, and they put it in perfumes, by the way. It can raise levels of hormone cortisol in women. Cortisol, by the way, is associated with stress, but it's also part of the arousal process and the brain activation. The study provided the first direct evidence that humans, like rats and some insects, secrete a scent that affects the physiology of the opposite sex. So there you go. Do I sound smarter when I read big words like that? No. Do I not sound smarter
Not
when
really.
I get them all wrong? Just kind of wondering. Asking for a friend. An 82-year-old Japanese man was too frail to jump out of the path of an oncoming train. Did you hear about this?
What was he doing in the path of a train anyway?
He was crossing the tracks, and the train is barreling down on him. They go fast in Japan. These are just like bullet trains. So this train is coming towards him. He's 82. He couldn't jump out of the way. Guess what he did?
What did he do?
He survived by laying down flat on the ground.
Oh, wow.
He's a little guy, flattened between the tracks while the train passed over him. Police say the man was taking a shortcut alongside the tracks to his home when he heard a train come up behind him. He said his legs were too weak to get out of the way in time, so he decided to hit the ground, and it saved his life. If he had kept standing, we would have a whole different story right here.
You'd think it would be quicker to get out of the way than it would be to lay down and make sure you were situated perfectly in between the tracks.
I think he just dropped. It's like back in the day, stop, drop, and roll. This is like just stop and drop and lay
Stay
flat.
still.
Apparently. And one last thing. A new list of emojis for 2018 has been finalized. I just don't get it. According to Emojipedia, which is somehow a thing, the 157 emojis expected to be included in the update, 11.0 is what we're up to, by the way, include hot and cold faces, a kangaroo, curly hair, partying face, woozy face, and redheads. Redheaded emojis have been rumored to be in the works for at least a year now, and they're saying, hey, they're finally here.
Woo!
So now we have that. So I've got a link to that on our social media. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
There are monthly subscriptions for razors and coffee and many other things, but this is the best monthly subscription ever. Ladies, listen up. Odiva has a monthly subscription for your monthly visitor. You know it's going to happen every month, and how many times have you been caught off guard? Odiva will send you a box discreetly each month with the products you want, with plans starting at less than $4 a month. Get a special offer right now at radiosavings.com, helping women prepare for their monthly visitor for less. Try it now at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday, just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some guff. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Well, I'm here. It's Tuesday.
Well, here is a good start.
I'm supposed to be on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, we do this every week.
Did you forget?
You have good days and bad.
It's a bad day.
Well, what kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about today, Charlie?
Well, let's see. Let's start with this in here. By the time an average child leaves elementary school, they have seen 200,000 violent acts and 40,000 murders on television.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Okay, until the 1800s, Turkish women suspected of cheating were tied in a sack with cats and thrown into the ocean.
No kidding.
Holy
So they put him in a bag with a bunch of cats and tossed him into the ocean?
What's that poor cat ever do to anybody?
I don't know.
It would take 1,200,000 mosquitoes, each sucking once, to completely drain the average human of blood.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That doesn't happen often, does it?
I get one and I go nuts.
Yeah, I don't like mosquitoes at all.
Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this word, okay?
Okay.
Alcapatoneira.
I'll bet you got it right. Alcapatoneira.
You are.
What does that mean?
It's a rare condition in which a person's urine turns a dark brownish color when exposed to air.
Oh, wow.
I've seen mine in some different colors, but never that color.
Gross. That is way too much information.
All right.
Look at that. Oh, that's not brown, so I don't have that alcapatoneira or whatever it is.
Gesundheit.
And then, speaking of stuff, when you urinate, a small amount of the urine enters your mouth through the salivary gland.
Really?
That's okay, because fresh urine is cleaner than saliva.
It is?
You're going to have to try to convince me of that.
Yeah. I don't think I'd believe that either.
No, well, I don't know. I suppose it was purified. It went through your whole body.
Yeah. No thanks. I'll pass.
Hey, then I got one last thing. This is kind of a short one today.
That's okay. What do you got?
Well, this is one of them just in case you care then, right?
Okay.
Dead people can get goosebumps.
What?
I'm not even kidding you. I have on my page here of questions that I was going to ask you, number 90 says dead people can get goosebumps. How funny is that?
That is crazy.
So I almost asked you the same question that you had for the final
how
thing.
far after death can they still get goosebumps?
Till they're done with getting goosebumps, I
That
guess.
is weird.
That's a pretty good answer, wouldn't you say, Charlie?
Strange minds think the same. We both had the same thing for the same day.
Well, then I got to switch over here. We'll try this instead. What is the fattest organ in the human body? The fattest, like the made of most fat.
The liver.
No.
No. Kidney.
No. It is the brain. Our brain is our fattest organ, comprised of nearly 60% fat.
Well, no wonder I don't know anything.
Yeah. Lost too much weight and half your brain went away. I think I got a pretty fat brain. There are times I feel like I got a pretty fat brain. But then I got to, fat everything else too, so it all goes together.
Got a fat head, but yeah, you got a fat head too.
I do, actually. You got a friend that's got a head almost as big as me. Paul Howie, his head is a big head too, isn't it?
Well, I think he's bigger than you are.
He might be. Well, Charlie, it's always fun to chat with you. Thank you for taking time to visit.
We'll do her next Tuesday, because then I'll know it's Tuesday when you call.
All right. And do you have any big plans for Valentine's Day, or any advice for people that are looking for something super romantic to do for their sweetie?
Whatever your wife says, just agree.
There you go.
That's very good advice.
That is very good advice.
Get along fine.
Absolutely. Well, we'll talk to you next week, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
Many people think they cannot enjoy something delicious if you're watching your calories. But with Wink frozen desserts, you can. There's only 100 calories per pint. And listen to this. It's sugar-free, dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, nut-free, and egg-free. Good thing it's not taste-free, but it is fully vegan-friendly. Wink was designed by a family that struggles with celiac disease, so they had to change their diet. But many people are choosing to eat better, and Wink frozen desserts could be an amazing choice for you. Find Wink frozen desserts at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word Jurassic, which we so often associate with dinosaurs, comes from the Celtic word forest. So I'm not sure
Really?
why we call Forest Park. That doesn't make any sense. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Guy Fawkes, Fawkes, he is the reason that men are referred to as guys.
Okay.
Because he was the first guy.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
February. This month used to be the last month of the year, which is why it's the shortest number in days. I'm fascinated by all the calendar changes. Did you know that March 31st used to be New Year's Eve?
I'm going to go back to the last one. That guy.
Yes, Guy.
Is he
Yeah.
the one that tried to blow up Parliament in England? Is that who that was?
I don't know. We have to look that up. I don't. It could be.
I think it was. I
Could
think
be.
that's who that is.
Very possible. Anyway, fascinating stuff right there. A couple of fun facts courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com.
John and Heidi.
Sadly, more than 350 million people suffer from depression. Scientifically, your actual brain chemistry levels are affected. Now, a breakthrough safe and natural non-prescription coffee product has been shown to help. It elevates levels of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins in the brain, which make you happier just by drinking this special cup of coffee. Many report elevated mood, feeling more connected, having greater energy, clarity, and focus. Try it for yourself at firstcupisfree.com. Get a free sample at firstcupisfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day, and since tomorrow is Valentine's Day, we're using some more of their grandiloquent Valentines. They have a little grandiloquent Valentine collection, Heidi.
Okay.
Oh, it just changed
you
on me.
just lost it.
I'll use this one instead then. Honeyfugle. Honeyfugle, Honeyfuggle. Honeyfugle is it's a verb, to flatter or sweet talk. It shuffled on me. Grandiloquent word. Come on, we're going to have problems. I'm going to honeyfugle you. To flatter or sweet talk to get what you want. You know, there are times I'm a pretty good honeyfugler.
You try to be.
Oh, I can get my way once in a while. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I work with my wife. This is my wife that's here with me. And there are times that I'm a pretty darn good honeyfugler.
You try to be.
Most of the time.
Most times I just say what I just take pity on you. I'm like, whatever.
Whatever. You just leave me alone. You know you're making yourself look like a fool. Yeah, I know I am.
You look like a fool when you do that.
But I love you, so now are you in the mood? Still no? Okay, that's kind of what I thought. All right, honeyfugle is your grandiloquent word of the day.
John and Heidi.
You can have a debt-free education. I know that sounds crazy, but let me save you time, energy, and most importantly, your hard-earned money. My name is Matthew Einstone, and I learned to go through my undergraduate and graduate degree without student loans. Not only am I a living example, but I have 10 years of proven results, not guesswork. So take my first course for free that walks you through my journey and what you can do starting today by going to learnwithoutloans.com. That's learnwithoutloans.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, some weird news on a Tuesday. Nick Mitchell, age 56, almost died from chugging 25 energy drinks. Now he wants them banned. Well, listen here, Nick.
Yeah, you're not supposed to drink 25 of anything.
You might have done something wrong there, buddy. He was pounding energy drinks while running a karaoke nightclub, ended up overdosing on caffeine, was in the hospital with a brain hemorrhage. That is very sad. He suffered.
Those things are awful.
Yeah, he suffered 3 mini strokes over the next week. Still has a minor speech problem because of it. Now he's an advocate to get energy drinks banned. Here's the thing. I don't think they need to be banned. You just need to not drink 25 of them in a couple of hours.
I don't like my kids to drink them at all.
No, and the thing is, but why ban them? If there's people who do want them, it says with the hindsight, it is foolish to drink that many, but I had no idea they were that dangerous. Really, Nick? No idea?
I didn't know.
Come on. I don't know about all that. I'm not a fan of the government telling me what I can and can't do.
No, I agree with
People
that.
make their own decisions, but
I
understand where he's coming from.
People need to be more informed
Yeah,
about
exactly.
them.
Inform me. Let me know. Say,
Yeah.
don't drink 25 of these in a few hours and put a picture of Nick. maybe not that. Weird news brought to you by FirstCupIsFree.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com. Curtis Sims, age 36, was arrested for attempting, that's the key word, attempting to rob a pizza restaurant with a large metal pole. What? Employees say Sims entered the store wearing a large, it gets better, entered the store wearing a large white garbage bag and approached the cashier asking for money. Then he produced what police call a large metal pole and swung it at the cashier, sadly hitting him in the hand. The cashier alerted 3 other employees who came to the front of the store to confront the man in the garbage bag. He ran from the store. He fled with employees in pursuit. He was arrested and booked with aggravated assault. And imitating a ghost from Pac-Man. I can only imagine dressing up like that.
That's ridiculous.
A garbage bag? Really, Curtis? Not a good plan. I've got a link to that story on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Many people think they cannot enjoy something delicious if you're watching your calories. But with Wink frozen desserts, you can. There's only 100 calories per pint. And listen to this. It's sugar-free, dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, nut-free, and egg-free. Good thing it's not taste-free, but it is fully vegan-friendly. Wink was designed by a family that struggles with celiac disease, so they had to change their diet. But many people are choosing to eat better, and Wink frozen desserts could be an amazing choice for you. Find Wink frozen desserts at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got some good news to get to, but first, you can find everything on the internet. Need latex gloves delivered to your doorstep by noon tomorrow? Yeah. How about a 14-hour marathon of the Golden Girls? Yeah. How about hire somebody to visit your cheating boyfriend's apartment and hit him in the face with a whipped cream pie. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
These are all
one.
services you can find. How about 10 hours of sounds of Norwegian icebreaker idling in a frozen Arctic? Why do we need these things?
I may do the ice cream pie one or the pie one to you just because. It'll be funny. You answer the door and you get hit in the face. It'll
Like,
be
what was
hilarious.
that? You, John? Yeah. What was that for? You know. See you later. I know. I don't know. Oh, that's crazy. I got a link to this. There's just so many weird things you can find online. And we have some weird news. No, we don't. We have some good news. We're going to get to that next.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and it's brought to you by Odiva, the monthly subscription for ladies' monthly visitor. More information at radiosavings.com. Our good news today is kind of, I don't know, it's good news, but like when I look at these pictures, it's kind of yucky. Ugh.
Right.
Heidi sent this to me.
I don't remember which one we're talking about.
It says photos.
I loved this one.
Photos capture mother giving birth in the hallway at the emergency room.
I thought
Baby,
this was absolutely wonderful.
It is really cool, but it's kind of, I don't know, if you're faint of heart, don't look at the photos. Baby Maxwell was born less than 25 minutes after his parents arrived at the hospital. And some babies are born, cesarean. There's other different ways. Well, this one was born in the hallway. So, Little Leaping Photography happened to be there, which that's the thing I don't understand. Look at these amazing photos. Was this lady just hovering, waiting for someone to be born in the hallway?
She was probably there for somebody else who had just hired her that had had a baby, and they were taking photos of their newborn child.
Well, they have birth photos with this lady giving birth, and there's some. You can see her standing in the hallway.
Very graphic photos.
That's where when Heidi sent me this.
So cool.
She sent this. She's like, "Oh, I got some really good news." I'm like, "How is this good news? This is kind of gross."
It's a great photo of the nurse.
Made a big mess in the hallway, but there's it is. I'm gonna just scroll.
Look at that nurse.
Yeah.
Doesn't she look so happy? That is the coolest thing ever.
They delivered the baby right there in the hallway, and thank goodness they finally covered some stuff up for that last picture there. But that little baby...
That mother looks better during birth than I have ever looked in my entire life. I'm just saying.
That's a one thing you would notice. Other people aren't even seeing that. Anyway, there's a wonderful photo at the end. You just go past really quick some of those. Ooh.
I thought it was great, and the baby was healthy, and mom was...
That is good news.
It was a great
very good
story.
News. Good news brought to you by Odiva, the monthly subscription for ladies' monthly visitor. Again, more information at radiosavings.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got a link to that story on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Time now for the bonus break on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. We've got a special guest joining us, Tyler Kramer. He's with Skate Park Ministries. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Now, Skate Park, SK, and then the number 8, Park Ministries. And if people are looking for you online, that's how they'll find you. How long has this been around?
It's been around 8 years now, going on 9. Been helping out a lot of the kids in Sioux Falls all the way out to Sioux City.
That's awesome. And I love the story of how this came about. I was kind of visiting with you, and you were telling me your dad is kind of the one that came up with it. And it was one of those things where it was just kind of like divinely put into his head.
Yeah, he just woke up from a dream, and he kind of started writing everything out. And then once he was done writing it out, he got excited the next morning. He's like, hey, I got this great idea. Let's do this. And I was all for it. And we're now 12 kids strong.
And that's really cool. And these are kids that, typically when you think about it, a lot of places they kind of fell through the cracks. And there's a lot of people that I don't want to say they don't care about them, because they probably do when it comes right down to it. But they don't show them so much that they care about them. And when Skate Park Ministries came along and said, hey, this group of kids that maybe nobody else is really ministering to right now, we're going to just love on them and show them that people can care about you.
Yeah, that's kind of our main focus. I mean, right now we're dealing with a lot of kids. Some of them, they may have a good family life, but they're not rooted yet. And then we have some kids that have had bad family lives or parents have been alcoholics, and we just try to help them out. We give them a safe place, and we show them as much love as we can.
Now, a lot of these kids, when they first start working with you guys at Skate Park Ministries, are they skaters before they get there, or is this something they start doing because of the ministry?
We have some kids that will ask for, training. So we have about 4 kids that help teach these kids the basic skills of skateboarding before they start bumping them up, teach them how to do flip tricks, how to ride the half pipes. So it's kind of a mix of both. Yeah, they do skate, and a lot of them have skated, and they're very talented. And there's some that are like, hey, I want to get into skating. This seems like a fun route for me.
That's awesome. Now, Skate Park Ministries, are you guys connected with a specific church in Sioux Falls, or you kind of work with several churches, or how does that work?
We work with several churches. We take these kids to Crosswalk, Falls Church, where there are live music. A lot of kids don't want to sit and through a traditional service, so we take them to all these churches that have live music. I know. I think Crosswalk is the main one that we've been taking these kids to because they love it so much. So
that's awesome. And if there's a church, maybe there's somebody listening that's in a church that's going, hey, I'd like to work with this ministry and find a way to help out. Is that something you guys are still kind of looking for as well?
Yeah, we're always looking for some more demos to show these kids that, hey, these people think of you guys as a pro skater, and that's some of their goals is just to be in street league and all these big top competitions. And we want to help them reach that goal with showing them the true faith that, if you put all your trust into God, that you're going to be able to accomplish anything in your life.
That's awesome. And the thing that's really cool is there are kids that started with you guys a while back and have been with you a while now, and they've gotten really good at skating, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. We got me and Kyle, who's actually part of Weird World Skateboards. We're working on making our own designed boards with our names on it right now.
That's really cool. Now, if there's somebody listening that maybe knows somebody that could benefit from this, they know some kids that, they're maybe into the skating and instead of hanging out with the influence that they're getting right now, they're saying, hey, I'd like them to hang out with these guys. How do they go about getting a hold of you at Skate Park Ministries?
You can always go to our website, which is SK8, SK8 shop.com. There's a link to our Facebook page, and you can always message us on our Facebook page right away, or you can always look up Chad Kramer and message him that way too, because he kind of runs all that stuff. I deal with the boys in the shop.
And Chad is Tyler's dad. We're visiting with Tyler Kramer right now. Skate Park Ministries, it's SK and then the number 8. So if you're looking for that online, Skate Park Ministries, SK8. Park Ministries. I've got a link to all of this on our social media as well. And something we talked about ahead of time, I was just saying, because they don't have a big event right now they're promoting. We're just kind of talking about the fact that we have this here. But I was asking Tyler, is there anything that you'd like to make sure we talk about? And I thought it was really awesome what you were saying, because you were saying, I want to make sure that people don't prejudge when they see kids with skateboards. They're not necessarily automatically hoodlums. These could be good kids too. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we got banned actually from McDonald's, I think it was 3 years ago. We couldn't go in there without buying anything, and we wanted water. And summers in Sioux Falls is just sometimes unbearable. So I ended up spending $2-3 for each kid to get them water because they automatically thought we were there to trash the place. And, we were there because it was a hot day when we're skating. And I just want everybody to know that not all skaters are these bad kids. Some of them may have bad lives, but that's why we're here. We're here to help them out.
And this is a ministry that reaches out to the kids that need the help. I've got a link to all of the information on our Facebook page. If you'd like to find Skate Park Ministries, I'll make it really, really easy. We've got a link at facebook.com/sunnyradio. Tyler, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And again, Tyler Kramer, and he is with Skate Park Ministries. And I just thought, again, visiting with him ahead of time where he was talking about making sure that we know that not all these kids are hoodlums. These are some good kids out there, and these guys are doing what they can to reach that group. So if there's something that maybe is speaking to your heart right now, you're saying, hey, I'd like to help. If there's a way that you can get involved, reach out to them. Again, Skate Park Ministries, and I've got a link at facebook.com/sunnyradio.